everyone, it's your girl Jay, and welcome to Weekly Wrap Up, a show where I talk about the hottest topics in K-pop for today. Started with a situation that's currently an extremely hot topic, none other than dating rumors between Twice's Mina and GOT7's BamBam. So it all started when a picture of BamBam and Mina was uploaded to a Chinese social media account. The picture in question showed Mina and BamBam cutely nestled together while lying down on a bed. Now, as for where the original photo came from, the current rumor spreading around is that it was allegedly obtained via hacking of BamBam's private Instagram account. Anyway, as you can probably guess, the photo spread like wildfire, many using the photo as proof that the two were dating, while others were claiming that the photo was photoshopped. It got so big, in fact, that BamBam and Mina's label JYP Entertainment stepped forward to comment on the issue, saying, "It's just a photo they took together. They're just label mates. We'll be taking strict legal measures on matters that defame the artist's character." So from JYP Entertainment's mouth themselves, yes, the photo is real, however, they are not dating. So we got that all cleared up, end of story, right? Wrong. Welcome to K-pop. First of all, there were many people that were confused and even upset at the fact that JYP came forward and confirmed the photo was real and wasn't photoshopped. Even if they followed it up by saying the two were not dating, just confirming the photo was real alone is enough to spark dating speculations. So in that case, what I saw were people not necessarily wanting JYP Entertainment to lie about whether the photo was real or not, but just not say anything at all. However, I kind of understand why they wanted to nip it in the bud and confirm the photo was real. Like, one of the biggest debates surrounding this situation was whether the photo was real, whether it was photoshopped or not. And you just had people going back and forth, people bringing out receipts to try to prove that the photo was photoshopped, while others bringing out receipts to prove why the photo was real. I mean, people went as far as cross-referencing the photos that BamBam and Mina were wearing in the picture to determine the exact day that the picture was probably taken. So I feel like JYP Entertainment thought that if they were honest about the picture and revealed that it was indeed real, as opposed to somebody else digging up evidence to prove why the photo was real, people would be more likely to believe them when they denounced the dating rumors. I mean, think about it. JYP Entertainment coming forward and saying the photo was indeed real, but that the dating rumors are false, versus somebody unearthing the photos were real and then JYP having to follow up later, answer to the fact that the photos were real, and then try to tack on that they weren't dating. It would seem a lot more disingenuous because it was like they were caught in a lie. Now, like I said, despite the fact that JYP has come forward and said that the two were not dating, people have been going back and forth as to whether this is proof they're dating or not. Regardless, like no one cares what they said. So you have one side arguing, well, JYP has confirmed relationships of their artists in the past. You had Nick Kun and Tiffany, Min Hyo-rin and Taeyong, Suzy and Lee Min-ho. However, when those artists were confirmed to be dating, they were well into their careers and already very established. Twice has only been around for like 1.5 years, and while GOT7 has been around for a lot longer, in the grand scheme of things, they really are still very young groups. There's also people arguing about the intimacy of the photo, some saying there's no way a photo like that would be one that was taken amongst fans, they have to be dating, but you have to realize that everyone has a different level of comfortableness and intimacy. Like for me, looking at the picture, I could take that with a guy friend that I didn't necessarily have romantic feelings for. Everyone's really different, so just because it's something that you consider intimate doesn't necessarily mean it is for everyone. And last but not least, there's been a lot of people bringing up the dating rumors that have been surrounding BamBam and blind items and rumors that have been creeping their way through the K-pop fandom in general that have alluded to a top girl group member dating a boy group member in her label. And in that case, I mean, rumors are gonna be rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not true, you'll never know. But I guess the most important thing for me is that JYP denied their dating. So whether they're actually dating or not, like if they do happen to be dating in this case, that just tells me that they're not comfortable with coming out as a couple if they are dating. So I'm going to respect the fact that JYP Entertainment has said they're not dating, and then just let it die from there. Like, there's not much you can do after that. If they're not ready to come forward as a couple, if they are in fact dating, then that's cool. And then if they're not dating, then they're not dating. So let's not make a big deal out of it. So in conclusion, a hashtag buy never ever on iTunes. Moving on. YG Entertainment is like the queen of having fans of their groups hate them with a passion. Like, I swear, nobody tops them. So it was recently announced that YG Entertainment plans on debuting a new boy group by July of this year. The new boy group in question is said to include YG trainee Baek Yerin, who some of you may know for his participation in Superstar K Season 2. So now, while some people are excited, they're like, yay, new boy group. Yerin fans are definitely like, yes. There's another faction of people who are kind of just like, what about those two boy groups you already had, Winner and Icon? What about them? Where's it going on with that? There's been a lot of criticism towards YG as to how they've been promoting Icon and Winner. Winner, a group that debuted in 2014, has only ever had one comeback. That comeback being one part of a project that was announced that has yet to follow up or come to fruition. And then you had Icon, who had a really explosive and lengthy and involved debut, but hasn't really done much since, aside from one single they released last year. So with the poor promotion that's going on with these two boy groups, a lot of people are upset and mad that YG Entertainment is now trying to bring over another. Now, I feel really bad because I feel like this new group might get a lot of flack and bear the burden of people who are bitter or upset with how YG has been treating their groups Winner and Icon thus far, but I really hope that doesn't happen because they definitely don't deserve it. All they did was exist. At the same time though, I'm very skeptical as to how YG is going to juggle these three groups when they haven't really been doing that great of a job promoting the two boy groups they currently already have. So I 100% understand Winner and Icon's fans' frustrations right now, but I definitely think, you know, you should not be targeting it towards this new group, but rather YG themselves. Moving on. Baek Yerin out here wilding on Instagram Live. So JYP artist Baek Yerin has recently come under a lot of attack and been the recipient of many malicious comments. A lot of people have been linking the hate to a rumor that started that she was dating singer Cloud. Anyway, it seems like recently she was super fed up because during a recent Instagram live she held, she did not hold back. This young queen decided, if you're trying to come for me, I'm gonna come for you right back, which led to the following moments.
Fuck you too, bitch. Fuck you too. Don't say fuck in front of my fans, okay?
Drag 'em, queens. So while there's people who thought that this was hilarious, like myself, there were some people who were criticizing her for responding to the hate comments in such a rough manner and felt as though she should have just taken the high road and ignored it all. And to that I say, I think it's super respectable when celebrities decide to ignore the hate they get and just focus on the positive, but some of y'all be talking so sideways and wild to these celebrities, and I think it's kind of ridiculous that these haters and aunties get to hide behind anonymity and say just the craziest things to the celebrities, and they're just supposed to take it all in. And they get the protection of, since they're not famous and they're just a rando and this famous person has all the money and fans in the world, you shouldn't come back at them. And I always thought that was whack. If you have the gall and the balls to say something just so disgusting and rude to somebody, then you deserve the clap back regardless if the person is a celebrity or not. But of course, that's my opinion. As always, guys, I want to know yours. Do you think Baek Yerin was childish and inappropriate for clapping back, or do you think that these haters deserve to be put in their place? Do you think that Icon and Winner fans are overreacting, or do you think it's way too soon for YG to debut a new boy group and they need to work on Icon and Winner first? And last but not least, do you think that Mina and BamBam are really dating? And do you think it was the right move for JYP to confirm that the photo was indeed real? Let me know down below, and as always, guys, if you liked the video, make sure to like the video. If you love the video, make sure to share the video. That's it for today, and see you next time with your wrap up. Bye!